You know, I wasn't here for several weeks, perhaps you noticed. For 5 weeks, I was a grand juror assigned to the District of Columbia Superior Court. I served with 22 other D.C. residents. We did this work from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, for 5 weeks. We put our cell phones in a safe. We were cut off from the outside world and sworn to secrecy. We reviewed evidence on more than 75 serious felony cases, among them homicides, child abuse, kidnapping, robbery, and assaults with all manner of dangerous weapons. Then, we decided if the evidence justified an indictment. It was grim and emotionally exhausting work. My experience was not unique. Citizens performed this work in other jurisdictions. But I gained some insights that might be relevant to the currently inflamed collision of the law and presidential politics. We write laws as a people through elected representatives. We then enforce those laws and we respect protections for the accused. None of this is trivial. Individual citizens make this work real as police officers, prosecutors, judges, court personnel, or, as in my case, a temporary instrument of the system. We, the grand jury on which I served, were not tools of anyone or anything. Politics played no role. We tried to uphold something genuine, the rule of law. I believe this is an impulse discoverable in all parts of our country. There is no perfect justice, and because humans are involved, there is no perfect system to pursue justice. But there is effort. This effort exists because of a belief that trying to achieve justice matters now and in the future. That trying is believing, and believing carries us forward. There is a conversation now about the law being a tool of politics. I'm sure it can be and possibly has been. But seeing things up close has reminded me that that allegation, political persecution, is deeply dangerous. Saying it does not make it so. Someone who screams persecution better be able to prove it. And if it cannot be proven, that does not mean the law is broken. It means evidence and law have prevailed. On the other side, there are those who look upon the law now and see ceaseless delays and procedural considerations they fear may deny accountability. Those delays reflect protections woven into the system, the very adversarial nature of contesting laws and evidence. Enforcing the law is a combative process. Under the calmest of circumstances, it's made more so when subjected, as it is now, to the searing heat and gale force winds of a presidential campaign. Quite by accident, I came upon a book during my grand jury service. It was about Abraham Lincoln's last courtroom trial before he became president. The facts of that case, which Lincoln won, by the way, are not important. What struck me was how Lincoln approached the law, his care and reverence for what the law strove to accomplish and the tools available to a free society to further that cause. Lincoln wrote about what he hoped Americans then and forever would think about the law. It was Lincoln's hope that every American would pledge, in his words, quote, his life, his property, and his sacred honor to maintaining the law. Let reverence for the law, Lincoln wrote, be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislative halls, and enforced in halls of justice. In short, let it become the political religion of the nation, unquote. Law, the political religion of the nation. Let me say what countless others have said before me. Well said, Mr. Lincoln. Well said.